Okay. I try to round up prizes for photo contests wherever I can, and I have one nice prize behind me for next week or the week after next, but I'd like to add some other stuff. I'd actually like to get nice photo prize. I think one might be around the corner if I can work it out, and that'd be wonderful. I actually love giving stuff away. I just want to say that I hope you like these videos. Obviously, too, here's something that's important. I know a lot of people that make other YouTube videos, and they are very pretty, and they cut away and they show the stuff that they do, and you know, not only am I not a video guy, I can certainly do fades and fades that go to images and do inserts, and the question I get asked is why don't you? It's because I honestly don't have the time. I'm kind of when it comes to video, I just want to present content and be helpful. I'm a hardcore book lover, I guess you could say. I've seen a lot of fancy covered books that are just rotten on the inside. That's not to say you can't have a beautiful cover and awesome contents, but I'm just not that way. I just want to present videos and hit the information and then go on to the next subject so I could be as helpful as possible across many different fronts. So I don't think that's going to change. Maybe up my audio quality, maybe do a few other things, but I kind of like it the way it is. And I know there's a lot of things I could do differently, but one thing I definitely think is despicable, and I think it's basically because people don't realize, and there's not that many people that say it. I mean, you talk about the absolute percentage or the totality, it's not many, but if I ask for a donation, it's because I'm not sponsored by anybody and I have no affiliate links. I mean, that's just the way it is, period. And I don't consider it begging to ask for a donation. If somebody would like to make one, fine. If they don't, that's fine. If they want to hate me, fine. Don't watch something else. You always have other options. I think that's what Yahoo stands for. At least that was the original meaning of Yahoo. At least someone told me. I don't know if that's true or not. It stands for you always have other options. However, I wanted to present myself in a unique niche where I fall between two different things. People that just make a casual video, it's like, oh my god, I just bought this, it's awesome, and they've got maybe 10 videos on cameras, and it's like, this is awesome. Well, that's great, but it's not very helpful, and it's not based upon a really wide spectrum of experience to say whether that person is giving you helpful information or not. And then you have the other end of the spectrum. There's really 4 different types of YouTube channels. That's channel 1, Group 1, group number 2 is the shills, what I call the clowns. And, whatever they want to do, that's fine, but they are using their videos as a vehicle. And vehicle is the correct word. It's not about giving the information. It's like, I'm going to make a video about this so I can have affiliate links and I get a kickback. And to me, that's dishonest. If you say out front it's an affiliate link, people generally don't know what that means. If you want to give honest reviews and post an affiliate link, that's fine too. I honestly have no issue with that. People that post like 60 affiliate links, that's a bit too much. That means you're just making a video as a vehicle for making money. It's like, we're going to make a video, we're going to put in like 50, 60 affiliate links, and then we're going to get a bunch of... That's not right. That doesn't help anybody. And to me, you can tell me I'm wrong, but that's the hardcore definition of dishonesty. If you're only making a video as a vehicle for pumping money into your wallet or bank account, then that's dishonest. And if I ask for a donation, it's because that's really as honest as it gets. And I don't consider that video to be that, but I did want to make that statement that to me, that's the ultimate honesty. when I pass a guy in the street, he used to live in San Francisco, go to the used bookstores like Moe's Books and Shakespeare Books and the Telegraph, which is near Berkeley. There'd be homeless people all over the place with hats out. That's not dishonesty. When you see the hat out, then you know exactly what the hell it's there for. You can pass by it or you can drop a nickel. But, that's honesty. What's dishonest is when someone walks up to you, gives you a big hug, and then like sneaks his fingers in your pocket and takes your wallet. That's dishonesty. And Someone sent me an email today, and they said, I get emails like this once in a while. I said, your voice is terrible, you're arrogant and horrible, and I hate you. And it's like, well, why send an email? I said, I responded, I said, you might be right, so you always have other options. You should find someone that you like. And there's a lot of channels on YouTube that are really, really nice and kind, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and the only reason they're making videos is to be a vehicle to make money. I definitely wanted to be different than everybody else. I look different than everybody else. I want to be different than everybody else. If I support a product, it's because I bought the damn thing. Here's one. Here I got 2 products like that here on the, well, 3 products. A Pulsey Buff Digibee. I got quite a few Alien Bees, Pulsey Buff Studio Strub. XT2, got a couple of them. The specific Nikkor. I put my money into this, and not only that, I've owned a lot of this stuff. I mean, a lot. I mean, I've owned a lot of cameras, and I definitely owned and tested more lenses than, the top 30 channels on YouTube. And I think that experience matters for something. And what you don't see, and let me be brutally honest with you, not brutally honest, but let's just be hardcore honest. I've been stuck in this house for 2 days, and that's my own choice. People say, oh, shut the hell up, that's your own choice. No, I mean, I've been backlogged on emails and stuff. Yesterday I did spend a few hours fixing the toilet. That was a lot of fun. The the filler tank, the filler device in the tank. I haven't left the house for 2 days other than a few hours to go to grab a coffee. I've just been so busy with the emails, and I got a lot of phone calls today and yesterday, and I even got phone calls. People were texting me too and waking me up. I need to turn my phone off at night. And the emails are usually extremely nice. It's like, I don't want to pester you, I just want to ask you a few questions. And sometimes like, oh man, the email's really long. And that's really hard. So I know I've got the most simple videos of anybody. Someone's thinking to themselves, how long could it take these videos? You don't even edit them. I actually have to pre-plan. Not all videos. I mean, sometimes I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I don't need much pre-plan. I know exactly what the hell I'm going to say. I sit down and make the video. But a lot of other videos I do make a lot of forethought and pre-planning in. Even if they're not edited, since I'm about content instead of fluffery. I don't sit down here in front of the microphone. Hi, how you doing? I love you guys. How you doing? We're going to talk about this today. Got an affiliate link. Click it. It's the awesomest thing in the world. You should buy it for Christmas. You should buy 2 of them, in fact. That doesn't help anybody. While I love YouTube, YouTube has kind of gotten a little bit too commercialized. And anybody that's actually made a donation, I wanted to say thank you. I'm a humble person, and if you don't believe me, you can ask Louis Von John. Other than having a pile of camera gear, and I've owned most of that camera gear before I ever started making videos, I live a simple, simple life. Simple. I buy scratch and dent clothing, the clothing that's like got a mark on it that says factory defective. I buy stuff like that. I live simply. I would actually, to be honest with you, and I hate to say this, someone says, why don't you set up a Patreon account? Not to hell with that. I don't want to set up a Patreon account where they get a cut, and then you have to do all these jump through these damn hoops. I don't want to set up a Patreon account, excuse me. But I would like to take, before I get old and crippled or something like that, take a decent trip to like Iceland or Sweet. Maybe that sounds bad. I love it when I mention something like this. People say, "Oh, you got that really expensive camera lens. Go kiss my." People say some really rude stuff. I tell you what. That's the reason too. All these YouTube channels that make a lot of videos, they're so jaded because you see so many hateful comments. I do answer a tremendous amount of emails, comments, and phone calls, and. They say time is valuable, but no one has to donate anything. But even $1 helps, or $2. I mean, it really does help. I really do mean that honestly. People that have visited me and seen how I live really simply, and I am very helpful. At least I consider myself to be very helpful. I know I'm more reachable than that. I know that for a fact. Way more reachable. Way more reachable. So if you could ever help at all, that's fine. If you want to tell me to go piss off, you fat balls. I get comments like that all the time. I don't get as many death threats as I used to. I used to get It's kind of odd. I used to get like a death threat every week or two. Someone would threaten my life. It's like, whatever. Go ahead and put me out of my misery, why don't you? People are mean. I don't mean everybody, but man, there's a lot of mean people out there. But anything helps. I actually feel embarrassed to make this video because I feel like I'm grinding my gears. You know, I make a lot of videos and I'm answering an enormous amount of emails and comments, and I'm not trying to get ahead. All I really care about is wisdom, because ultimately I'm a hardcore metaphysician. You know, you saw that hemp meditation robe that I actually sewed myself? That was like 15 years ago I made that thing. I lead a simple life, you know? As long as there's some groceries in the refrigerator and, you know, I can keep the electricity and stuff on. I know I own too much camera gear, but I owned most of that before I made these YouTube videos, so I'm not enriching myself off of YouTube by any means. If I was, I guarantee you, you know, either in the past or in the near future, you would see me making a video from some exotic location. And, you know, I know I'm never going to put up an affiliate link because I've railed against them endlessly, but I look at some of these others, and I shouldn't say that. Just do you. Don't give a damn. It's like, you know, this, like, so-and-so is, like, always traveling the world, and this person knows nothing about cameras. Nothing. Less than nothing about cameras. It's because they're willing to sacrifice their principles, and they got a link for everything. It's like, leave me a donation, and this, leave me a, you know, God, whew, calm down. The world is the way it is. I'm not going to rail against it, but I don't know if I should even post this video. I'm going to, and it might get a lot of downvotes, and then someone's going to say I'm begging for money. And if you want to call it that, that's fine, but YouTube is demonetized everybody. You could ask any other YouTube channel, they'll tell you the same thing. It's like, is YouTube demonetized a bunch of your videos saying it's not appropriate for me? Yeah. You could do a Google search on that. That's the truth. That's an undeniable fact. So now what very, very little there is coming in, I'm killing myself at like 10 plus hours a day. It's actually way over 10 hours a day. And I've been cooped up in the house. Anything helps. That's all I'm saying. If you want to tell me, flip me the bird, cuss me out, call me dirty, that's all fine. Is whatever makes you happy, but any little thing helps. I'm a humble person. I actually like to help people. I maybe have a greedy personality like sandpaper, but when it really counts, I'm actually there to help. I think I do a lot of helpful stuff, and I guess that's all. Maybe I shouldn't post this video because I post it and everybody's like, oh my god, that guy's actually asking. You know, because it's hard when you got subscribers and people watching. And I never asked anybody to subscribe, by the way, in case you didn't know. I never told anybody to click the up button or to subscribe. People are so critical. People are really critical. It's like, I couldn't even lead a simpler life. Other than having a pile of camera gear, and I lead like a dull, simple life. You know? I would really like to hit the road sometime in the near future because I don't like talking about gear. Well, I do, not really. To be helpful, I like talking about gear. But I like actually shooting. I like whipping out the speed light and taking the steel strobe and power pack out. I like doing that. That's what I like doing. And now I've actually painted, and it's all my fault, of course, but I feel like I've painted myself into the corner where I wake up, I pound the keyboard, then I go, oh crap, the sun is already set. Now I need to make a couple videos and answer a bunch of emails, and then the phone will ring, and then it'll ring again, and it's like, oh God, what a hamster wheel. You're complaining, you should complain. Okay, whatever, I'm not complaining, maybe I'm just bitching. Maybe, I don't know what it is. You could tell this video wasn't scripted, can't you? You know it wasn't scripted. Phew. I've been burning the candle at both ends, kind of like this fire. You ever seen a candle burn at both ends? That's how I feel like. I feel like a candle been burning at both ends. So, anything could help. You know? Don't want to help, then just call me a dirty name. That'll work too. Because I like a good giggle. It's as good to me as a good giggle. Because I need to laugh sometimes. Actually, I love to laugh. It's hard to laugh anymore. They used to have good comedy back in the day. I used to love watching Laurel and Hardy and all that other stuff. That was even before my time, but man, that stuff is funny. Yeah. Now you're rambling. Shut up. That's what someone's going to say to me right now. And you're right. Once again, proving this video is not scripted. Happy holidays. Or not happy holidays, whatever you prefer, one way or the other. Happy Yuletide. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry nothing if you don't, whatever makes you, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. Thank you. Because ultimately, the greatest bliss in my life is wisdom. Because I know a lot of stuff. That's not being arrogant or egotistical either. I mean, I know a lot of stuff. I don't know how to fix cars. I don't know how to rock climb. Don't know how to do any of that stuff. But when it comes to hardcore metaphysics, translations, man, I know I've got it going on. I've got the market cornered there too. If I wanted to start a YouTube channel just doing that stuff only, I would definitely have the market cornered. Oh, brother, I would. But it's such a polarizing subject. I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about metaphysics. Translation, and I don't mean Western existentialism either, I mean hardcore metaphysics. Platinian, Neoplatonian, Neopythagorean, monistic monism. Most people don't know what the hell that even is anyway. That's also another reason why I can't talk about a lot of this stuff, because people's eyes gloss over. They tell me when they want to learn about this sort of stuff. It's like, oh my god, I'm so interested in retroduction and monism, and then I start to talk about it, and I just get slightly deep, and I mean slightly. I mean, I could go really deep, and then when I just go slightly deep, people go, their eyes roll in the back of their head, and it's just like they zoned out, like you hit them with a tranquilizer dart, because they have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Isn't it interesting how the way things work now? That's because we're on an iPod and iPhone generation. If it takes longer than 5 seconds to concentrate on, then it's too much trouble. That is actually how governments have turned human beings into sheep, is that we work off of an iPad, iPhone mentality. Now we can't concentrate on anything deep or important, and that is how you keep people submissive and stupid. And by stupid, I mean sheep. Bah! Bah! This is where the word sheeple came from. Sheeple. You know what sheeple means? Here we go. I think you know what it means. Thank you so much. If you like these videos, click the link below. Flip me the middle bird. Tell me to jump off a cliff. Tell me to go jump in front of a train. Whatever makes you happy. It all works. But any help would be appreciated. Gracias. Thank you. Namaste. Увидимся. До свидания. Пока. And aloha. Bye.